All right. I am back with another petty pop up. Real heavy on the petty. I'm just here to state my petty opinion. Everything said in this video is alleged and, in my opinion, and used for educational and entertaining purposes. All right, y'all. We are here to talk about some more of the liars and haters of Huntsville. This is season 8, episode 7. Love and Lockup. Who is naming these episodes? Why the hell would they name this episode Love and Locked Up when clearly it ain't no love and nobody got locked up? So anyway, y'all. So we start back off at Nell's party. Letitia is still going batshit crazy. She keep bumping her gums, talking in circles, not making a lot of sense. All because she want Nell to say that she is her friend. So they was getting a little loud, and the guys looked in, they heard them over there making all that noise, of course. And basically, Tisha claims that somebody sent to her a conversation that Nell was having with some of the fans, I guess. And she was pissed because Nell said that she was Tisha's mentor, not her friend. Okay. I could understand her being upset about that. She's right, You're not my mentor. I'm not your mentee. But the way she going about it is very immature and stupid. So, stop watching the blogs if you can't handle it. Didn't anybody give y'all didn't get no media training? What did they talk to y'all about before they started this show? Geez. Tisha was saying, I can't with the bullshit anymore. I'm not gonna fake the fall. She meant funk, but you said it, so stand on what you said and all. Girl, shut up. Grow up already. Okay, so y'all, they cut to the guys where Stormy and Courtney are talking to Marceau, and Marceau is saying to get an invitation from somebody that his wife just cussed out was kind of weird. They didn't understand why they were getting the invite. So Courtney was saying you gotta take up for his wife, and Stormy was saying, where did she come off with the energy? Because she didn't look. It doesn't matter. It's just stupid. Marcel was saying we need to understand y'all a little better. Okay, so y'all know, right? When they do these cast trips, they do these cast parties, they do these cast whatever they doing for filming. They invite everybody, right, as an opportunity to film. Let's not act like that's not what this is. So for me, I feel like Marcel's still pissed off that Stormy was calling him a bitch last season and Courtney wouldn't reprimand her and tell her not to. And so he reprimanded Tisha for not speaking out about it or saying anything at the time. So here go too little too late Tisha. Now she want to stand up and say something all this time later or act like she got her man back. Because he probably told her he can't go at Stormy because it'll make him look bad. And that's where we at. So they don't understand why they got an invitation. Look, if you don't want to go, don't go. But Stormy was saying, why y'all mad about an olive branch? He was like, we not mad, we just confused. And Stormy was like, yeah, y'all got issues. Yeah, y'all got issues. Shit, if you don't want to go, just don't go. It's that simple. You ain't got to make no mountain out of a molehill. It's not that serious. If you want to go to the party, go to the party. If you don't want to go to the damn party, don't go. He said, we're not going to do this at Nell party. We're going to do it at y'all party. Courtney was like, well, I'm going to have security. I got a feeling you're not going to need no security, Courtney. So anyway, Marcel tries to lighten the mood and tell Stormy that he likes her blonde hair. Courtney tells him to keep his eyes on his own woman. So anyway, we cut back to Nell. So they cut back to Nell and Tisha. Tisha was saying that she felt like they were forming a friendship And for her to let the fans decide her friends, Nell was like, no, I don't. She was like, well, that's what you should have said. You can't tell nobody what the hell to say. She was saying, well, you should have called me. Mel would have did this, Mel. She was like, well, I'm not Mel. But, so like, what do y'all do when you and y'all friends have a disagreement? So like, if you hear something that your friend said or did, wouldn't you call them up? Wouldn't y'all make arrangements to get together and talk about it at some point? Like, isn't that the adult thing to do? Like, who does that now? Tisha been all around town. She gonna tell Nell, well, moving forward, I'll call your ass. Enjoy your birthday. Now, after you done did all that shit, talked all that crap, came in with all that bullshit, when all you had to do was pull the woman to the side and have a conversation with her. Grow the fuck up. She been all in her confessionals talking shit about Nell. She been all at the gym with Trisha talking shit about Nell, when all she had to do was call the woman up and have an adult conversation with the woman. No, but instead she want to run around town pouting like the immature child she is. And so anyway, Nell gets up and thanks everybody for coming out to her party. She jumps on Chris. Boy, them kids didn't like that, huh? Them kids didn't like that. Yes, she jumps on Chris. The bottle girls come out. Everybody tells Nell happy birthday. All right. So the next scene that we get is Chris, Courtney, and Hotel Liar Holt. It's a complete filler scene, y'all. It was completely unnecessary. So they out there throwing a football around like they 10 years old. So Hotel comes out saying that Nell picking sides. They claim they got to check on Martel, see how he doing. Hotel said that Nell picked a side even though she said that she wouldn't. So Fletcher says that both of y'all keep doing stuff towards each other. I need a bullet point. What are the stuff that they're doing towards each other? Because everything that I seen Mel do was in response to something Hotel did. So y'all not gonna keep lumping this woman in with him like she just as bad as him, or she does just as much to him as he does. He filed for full custody of their children. He did that. Okay. He been doing these interviews, telling all these lies, trying to paint her to be the bad guy. He did that. He was on the internet talking shit about her. He did that. When she responded to him, he sent her a screenshot of a video that they did and threatened to put it out. Okay? So I need to know, what are the bullet points? What did she do? And why y'all so busy trying to lump them in together like they both just as bad as each other? I don't agree. If you want to say you picked a side, Chris, go ahead and say you picked a side. You know what I'm saying? Because it looks like you picked a side. Even though you're trying to pretend that you're being impartial, because you're not. Martel got in his confession and said that, they seem like they done took Melody's side, so when they fall out with her, he don't want to hear nothing. That they need to recognize real when they see it, as if he's the better choice. They should have picked him. It's not a competition. Why you think you're in competition with Mel? Because you'd have been lost that competition. Boo, you're not on that woman level in no kind of way. You ain't had no business with her ever. But anyway, he seems to think that they should have picked his side. So Courtney says, so it ain't no restraining order between y'all. And Martel said no. So obviously this predates the court order where he can't see or talk to Mel for a year. So Courtney asked him, is he still going to pretend in the lovers gala thing that they doing? He was saying that his dad bod wasn't ready or whatever. That he needed to do some cardio and stuff. And Chris was like, you ain't going to have to run unless you're running from Mel. See, he liked to make jokes. Just like that woman asked them in Houston not to link her together with Martel. And the first thing they did was link her together with Martel. Now, y'all know that was production that told them to do that. But my thing is, you don't have to do what production tell you to do. Do you have a brain in your head? Can you think for yourself? The woman asked you not to link her with him, and the first thing y'all did was link her with him. People can see through that. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know people can see that woman asked y'all to leave her out of being engaged with him, and the first thing y'all do is try to have her be engaged with him. Like, and then they want to say she bitter or whatever. How is she bitter? I don't understand. She has divorced the man. She been divorced the man going on 4 years ago. What is she bitter about? This woman have moved on with her life. Jeez. Okay, y'all. So the next thing we get is Marcel and Tisha. Y'all, I remember back in the day when I used to go around, back in the day, wasn't that long ago, a few months ago, I used to go around to different people's chats and stuff, and I had heard one time in the chat that somebody said that Marcel and Tisha stayed in this little house across the street from a convenience store. Y'all, they go to convenience store in the background right there. I said, well, goddamn, they go to convenience store. I just thought that was funny. But anyway, I don't remember where I was when I heard it. I just know I used to go around to these different chats, and I used to hear people from Huntsville say that. But anyway, there's Marcel going in his house, y'all. So Tisha asked Marcel, had he heard from Kimmy about the project? And he was like, what project? Why he always act like he don't know what she talking about? Tisha was saying she didn't want to go back down that road again, where Kimmy was saying that if they wasn't family, they wouldn't be friends and all of that. He was saying that, they hadn't sent him anything yet, but when they send him the paperwork, he gonna do the bid. Like he said that he had invited Mel to speak at the Black Expo, that he was trying to keep a positive relationship with everybody. So Tisha brings up that Mel said she wanted to have a conversation with you. Second time she done brought this up. They don't have nothing to do with her. So Marcel says that their fighting always impacts them. That how everyone asks them a bunch of questions, and said that is why I gave a very middle of the road response. I don't understand why we always get blamed for the things that go down between Mel and Martel. Okay, I need a bulletin. I need a response. What are the things that y'all are blamed for that go down between Mel and Martel? How is your life impacted by Mel and Martel? I need to know these answers, because I'm tired of these people just saying shit. No proof, no response, no receipts, just saying anything and expect people to take it as truth. No, because y'all liars. Y'all lie, y'all insert yourself, y'all talk about everybody else's business except y'all's, but y'all want to play victim. I want to understand, how was your life impacted and what have y'all been blamed for? If you can't give me nothing, if you can't tell me how your life has been impacted or what you've been blamed for, stop the cap right now. Marcel gonna say it's always us, talking about everybody that says something about us end up in a bad situation. So the first example he uses is Mel and Martel divorced. Okay, but I do want to interject here that yes, Mel and Martel did get divorced. Okay, which I think they should have, because Martel is a low down dirty dog, right? But I believe that they are extremely jealous of Mel and Martel. They were jealous of their position in the community. They wanted their spot, even though if they gave it to them, they wouldn't know what to do with it. I think that Marcel is extremely jealous of Martel. And I think Martel is so dumb that he saw Marcel getting away with things that he felt like he should have been able to get away with. And Marcel helped him ruin his life. He helped him. He tried to tell him not to fool with the hoe he was fooling with, but he tried to give him the game. Get you somebody that got something to lose. He tried to give him the game. He wouldn't take that. He wouldn't take that part of the information. But he did funnel money to the hoe. He did help him funnel money out of his house. He did things to help him tank his marriage. So yes, sir, you did that, and you can't get away from that. So you need to stop the cap. Everybody that says something about y'all, they end up in a bad situation. Okay. They said Tiffany and Lou, they went through a bunch of stuff. Then they claimed Kiki and her husband still together. What y'all talking about? Then he claimed Stormy and her husband still together. What y'all talking about? I don't know why he even said that. But anyway, Tisha says that they wanted to see nice Tisha. They used to seeing kind Tisha. It's like, girl, who is nice Tisha? And who is kind Tisha? Because I ain't never met her. So Marcel told her she has a problem with accepting accountability for stuff. And he told her that her automatic default was to get defensive, and it is. When you're right, Marcel. I got to tell you that. And she was saying that he don't have to call her out about every mistake that she make, and he was like, I don't. You think these are the only mistakes that you make? So anyway, y'all see these big old titties right here? I don't know what is going on up under Marcel's shirt, but honey, I don't know who Letitia think is looking for you, honey, but they need to help you work them titties out. I know that. So anyway, y'all, Tisha brings out the fake tears. What are tears? Can y'all find any tears on his face? Because she's not crying. She claims she's crying, but Marcel tells her that he's not going to bring it up no more. Since she can't handle accepting any accountability, he's not going to bring it up to her no more. So then he was like, all right, bye, T. And he leaving out the door. Marcel leaving out the door on his phone, y'all. I was like, how long he been here? 10 minutes? She ain't asked him nothing about where he was going or nothing. Seemed like it's the norm for them. I tell you what, her and Kimmy got the most miserable ass marriages I ever seen, huh? Them is some miserable ass women. Okay, so we get to the next scene with Mel and Stormy. Look like they're at some type of Japanese restaurant. Mel thanks Stormy for coming to the podcast. Stormy said she had a good time. Mel asked her what did she think about the guests and stuff that they brought out, talking about Sonny and Moses. Stormy was saying that she don't know them people like that, but their energy was kind of off. Like they was kind of abrasive in relation to Destiny, And I say it's Destiny. So anyway, she was saying, you love who you love. I believe in love and all that, but they was kind of like real kind of nasty toward Destiny. But anyway, Mel asked her what was her and Tisha talking about at the party, and what was they arguing about, and she was like, girl, Tisha was arguing with herself. She was just being childish, and that, how she was talking all crazy about Neil and stuff. She was saying that Tisha had been talking crazy about Neil to Trish at the gym, saying that, Neil get all in your face. And she was like, I never seen, Neil and Tisha have that kind of interaction. But anyway, so Mel was like, well, how, what is the dress for the gala? Is it going to be formal, semi-formal? So Stormy says that she noticed that Martel wasn't at Neil's party. She was like, I know y'all got a lot of stuff going on. I'm not even going to ask. Okay, but you'll go all the way across town for to ask Neil what she think? Now you got the horse's mouth sitting across from you now. If there's anything you wanted to know about the situation, you could have asked her. But instead of you asking her, you was willing to get in your car and drive all the way across the town and ask Neil, who don't have nothing to do with the situation? Is that weird, y'all? I think that's kind of weird. But anyway, Stormy was saying that Martel was going to be a model. Mel was like, oh, okay, so, well, I won't be there. Wherever Hotel Liar Holt is, Melody is not. Okay. So, Stormy was like, say less. So she understood that, Mel not dealing with Hotel like that. And that's the end of that. But, they did have a story out that Mel was saying that they had tried to make her film with Martel. I believe it was supposed to be at this little dance for Stormy, where Mel had canceled a prior engagement so that she could be there. Like Carl Lucifer had contacted her saying that she had to film, and some kind of way she found out that he was going to be there and she refused. So how did this scene come about? All of a sudden now Stormy is saying that she didn't want Mel to be blindsided When that's what the content creator was saying, that they tried to blindside her and make her force her to film with Martel. But anyway, I don't know the ins and outs. That's just was something that I heard. But all of a sudden we get this scene where they're claiming that they're informing her that hotel is going to be there, and just like she said, if he there, I'm not. So anyway, do y'all eat Japanese food, Chinese food, Korean food, whatever that shit is? I do not eat. Y'all, short story. A friend of mine recommended this restaurant to us. They claimed it was so good. So we go there to eat, y'all. And the people just kept bringing this stuff out. I'm so very picky about what I eat. If I don't know what it is, I'm not going to eat it. So everything they brought me, I kept asking, what's this? The man, they just was bringing stuff. They wouldn't really tell us what it was. Y'all, I tasted something and it ran me out the restaurant. I said, oh, hell no. I'm not eating it, none of this. Because I am a, shrimp fried rice kind of girl. Or sweet and sour shrimp kind of girl. I don't eat the rest of that shit. I don't know what it is. What they call it, some kind of soup. I don't eat that stuff, right? So, girl, it was wasabi. I was like, what is this? And why didn't you tell me what it was? They had put some wasabi in some of this little stuff that they was bringing to the table. Y'all, after I tasted that, I was like, okay, get the check. Let's go. I don't want no more of this. I don't need no more surprises. I'm not Japanese, Korean, or none of that, and I don't need to be eating their food. That was the end of that shit for me. Anyway. All right, y'all, where we at? Okay, so the next scene that we get is Tisha and Hotel. Tisha was saying that she didn't know if she was going to get the hotel that didn't know her. So she introduced herself again. Hi, my name is Tisha. I don't know what it is with this lady, y'all. I think that I already said she need to be sitting on somebody's couch. She acts like she's a weirdo. First of all, she sounds like she swallowed a damn frog. Like, they didn't do no screen test on her before they invited her on this show. Like, I don't know. But she talks crazy, and every time she talks, it's like somebody scratching their hand on the chalkboard. Like, it's the last thing I want to hear. It's very weird. And she's just very weird, okay? So anyway, Hotel expressed that he never worked out with a woman. Tisha says that she doesn't train men. So why are they here training together? Does that sound like something orchestrated by production? Sounds like it to me. So anyway, Martel asked Tisha how long has she known the Scotts? And she was saying that she knew Marcel the longest because he used to work at Monaco with her ex, and her sister used to work at Monaco. So Hotel started dry snitching. He said, well, did you go to any of the parties that they had up there? And so she was like, well, no, I never knew they had no parties up there. And he was like, well, I'm glad you didn't go because he would have got you too. And she was like, hell, if he would have. He was like, yeah, he would have got you too. So then he was like, he said he just had a moment with Chris about something, and she was like, you kin to Chris, you related to Chris? And she was like, yeah, that's my mom's cousin. Okay, if he your mom's cousin, he your cousin, boo. If he your mom's first cousin, that means he your second cousin, and your children, he'll be your children's third cousin. So if he's your cousin, he your cousin. Why she keep saying he her mom's cousin like he not kin to her? I don't understand this woman. I really don't. I don't understand her. She is just a weirdo to me. So anyway, he go Hotel dry snitching again. He was like, well, Chris, you the one Chris told me about a long time ago. She was like, what did he say? He wouldn't tell her. He said, I'm going to leave it right there. So she was like, well, I'm going to have to get with Chris to see what it is that he said. And so she asked Hotel, why weren't you at Nell's party? And he said that she didn't invite me. So she says, but you and Mel can be in the same room, right? Why would she say that? Who told her to say that? Why would she have such concern about Mel and Martel being in the same room? If he barely even knew her. Where did she get that information? Sound like that's something orchestrated by production, right? So she says, well, she was grilling me to death. Okay, that's a lie. That's cap. She was not grilling you to death. We're not gonna tolerate these lies. Just saying, okay, how was she grilling you to death? Tisha grilled you at the gym. Stormy grilled you at her house. Neil asked you a couple questions. Kimmy asked you a couple questions. How is it through all of this questioning, Mel was the one grilling you to death? That's a lie. So anyway, Hotel says you sound like Chris and Neil. Talking about Neil being a side chick. Neil started the side chick. So she was like, well, is Ken a side dude? She was like, no. Well, I hate explaining it. See, that's the problem. The way you explain it makes people ask questions. All you have to say is, well, I'm separated from my husband, but I'm dating Ken. That's it. That's it. You start with all that, well, I'm still legally married, but we separated. But girl, shut up. I'm separated from my husband. I'm dating Ken. That's it. That's all you need to say. You don't need to answer all them other questions. And if you would say it like that, it would prevent people from asking some of the questions that they ask you. But anyway, Hotel can't do a scene without bringing up Melody. Well, Melody said we were separated. She was doing her thing. Melody had a side dude. Okay, where's your proof? Give me a bulletin. Show me the man. Who is the man she was dating? Where's the bulletin? If you can't produce no evidence that there is truth to what you're saying, you should not be able to say it on this show. Because that's just a flat out lie. So anyway, Trisha says that the divorce decree is just a document, and Hotel said that it's just a document that means you're still married. She was like, well, that's the plan in the future to get it signed. And he asked her if Ken was a good dude, and she was like, yeah, he saved me. I don't know if he saved you, honey, because you on some different kind of time. During this workout with Hotel, I ain't never seen her smile and cut up like she smiled and cut up with Hotel. She was doing some grinning when she was working out with Hotel. I ain't never seen her grin like this when she was talking to Ken. When she was sitting at her birthday dinner and he presented her with gifts, she didn't smile like that. So anyway, she said that was the last workout, that she would not work out with Hotel again. And she asked him, so when you see me at Stormy's party, you're not going to pretend like you don't know me, right? Child, anyway, who cares? All right, y'all. So the next scene that we get is Mel and Marcel. Mel walks in looking all cute. She asked Marcel how was the expo. He said that it was good, that they invited her to speak, but she was booked and busy. So Mel asked him, did he have any sponsorships or did he get any keynote speakers? And he said that they had 3 keynote speakers. But Mel in her confessional said that she didn't feel like they were super receptive to the feedback that they were given. But y'all remember Tisha was saying she ain't need no feedback. Marcel said that he wasn't going to let no good advice go to waste. But anyway, she asked him about him making a statement to the media. He was like, Like he ain't know what she was talking about. I can't stand when he do that, because he know damn well what she is talking about. He'd have been told twice by his wife what she wanted to speak to him about. When he get in front of her, he pretend like he don't know what she talking about. She was like, why did you feel like you needed to make a statement? He was like, our lives are linked. People thought it was him being arrested, and that they reached out to him. Okay. Mel was like, well, denying it's you is one thing, but you could have said nothing. And if they sent you a text message, you didn't even have to respond. Well, he said it was a personal friend of his. So she was like, oh, okay. It's a personal friend of yours. Well, I would like to see it. Okay. So he shows her the text message. Let's read the text message, y'all. It says, I've heard the unfortunate news, and my thoughts and prayers go out to to everyone involved in this terrible situation. But for real though, free Martel. So y'all remember when he said earlier that he gave a middle of the road statement? That's not middle of the road. That's making a judgment, right? For real though, free Martel. So Mel was like, you don't know what happened, but you gonna text the anchor free Martel? So that's where it ended at, y'all. So what did y'all think of this episode? I don't know. This one kind of moved kind of fast for me, but it still didn't have a lot of substance. It was a lot of lot of fodder, it seemed like to me, a lot of orchestrated scenes. I'm beginning to believe that a lot of this stuff is orchestrated. Did y'all hear that what's her name? Somebody said that scene that her and Moses did where he didn't wear his ring to go meet Destiny. She said she had his ring in her pocket. So, like, are they trying to make stuff up or orchestrate scenes for these people to have something to film? That's what it's kind of looking like on some of these scenes, because some of this stuff is just not making no sense. Well, anyway, y'all, that's all I got. I would like to hear what y'all think about it. Let's get down in the comments and talk about it. So until the next time, y'all, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening. Peace.